Clay, I have a question.
What's that?
Alright, what will a fox do to chickens, and how can you tell if you have a fox?
They will eat them and they'll have feathers all over the place.
They'll eat them and there'll be feathers all over the place? Okay, so how would you know if, say, a rat got them?
There wouldn't be any carcass.
There wouldn't be any carcass?
Rat or the fox would be the same way.
There won't be any?
There'd be feathers all over with a fox. A rat would just kill it and drag it off. Might find one or two feathers here or there.
What about a dog?
Dog would rip it apart and leave the carcass right there.
What other guys would come get my chickens? Hawk? What would a hawk do?
Dog would carry it off.
So it'd just be missing chickens?
What's that?
There'd just be missing chickens?
You'd be missing chickens, yes.
What other thing would come get my chickens?
Possums.
What would they do?
Kill it and eat it there.
In front of ya?
Why'd you put feathers in this?
It's really...
Raccoons would kill them.
Then what would a raccoon do?
Eat it. Feathers all over.
So have you ever had anything catch any of your chickens?
I put traps out when I started having problems.
Have you ever had anything get something of yours?
Well, I've had possums come and bother my animals, and then I've also had hawks and...
I've seen the hawks.
Yeah, I gotta get back. I gotta get them eggs.
I always have to do this. If you're new to our channel, if they're riding bareback, that's because they're laying eggs and molting. So you've had possum, hawk.
Cats.
Has a cat ever gotten one?
That's why you get a hold of the dog warden when there's dogs running loose. Dogs have to be on a... There's a leash law around here. You don't just let your dogs run loose. A lot of people do, but... You get the crumbs that are in the bottom of it. Eggs underneath.
I've noticed that there's less loose dogs around here than in the suburbs. So if you like, when I've lived in developments before, there'd be dogs all the time tracking through the neighborhoods.
Well, we used to catch them and sell them to the Chinese restaurant.
You did not.
That's an old wives' tale. Hello, Prunella. Thought we lost you. I couldn't find you yesterday.
Do they eat dog in China?
Cat usually is what I've heard. But
I know that I had a friend that they ate dog in his country.
I've also heard that the fastest bird in the world is the Ethiopian chicken. You'd be fast too if you had 1 million people chasing after you.
That's true.
That's an old joke. Alright, now let's collect eggs from the other girls.
Okay.
Check the babies. You're doing good. You're getting big.
See these guys. Let me see them.
Go ahead. I'm going to go start feeding everybody else. Hello, girls.
These guys are living on their own now. Living large at the farm. Let's see where they are. Well, they're hiding, so I guess I'm not going to show you them. They're behind the nest box, so. Sorry, guys. I'm working one-handed here with the egg basket.
No silk eye eggs.
No silky egg?
No. Still got to get some feed for the quailies and collect their eggs. Little black chickens inside.
Yep, I saw her. She scooted behind there, so I don't know if she'll come out or not.
Wait a minute, Miss Queenie. Empty out another bag for Mama. You got another bag for your
Sewing project? Good.
You gotta move down a little bit.
Okay.
Get through here.
We went to the car dealership today. And
Had to sign the old title over.
sign the title over. Working on the rest of the paperwork from the
Also
new
had
van.
an idiot light come on. If you know what an idiot light is, those lights that let you know when there's something wrong with your vehicle.
Now, is that from the ethanol gas
What, the idiot light?
that's on our car right now?
No, it was just a soft tire light, but I put air in it last night and the light didn't go out, so I want to let them know that the idiot light was on, so he said it might be a sensor, so you need to get it taken care of. Okay, now these guys are set. Now I gotta give Miss Pruny some feed. She was looking for some food.
Are we done in here?
Yep.
Okay.
You want a video a little bit?
Nope, I'm following you, dear.
Alright, girls, hang on. Move this one down.
And all the cats are gone. I was laughing. I said to our dealer, I said, all the cats gone?
We don't need any more cats.
No, we don't want any more cats. I was just curious.
I'm not a cat or a dog person. I'm a bird person.
I said
Okay,
that
girls, here you
joking
go.
because somebody dumped a litter of kittens there. Well, may not have dumped all the kittens, but they congregated there.
There you go, girls. There you go.
But,
We put that there. Give it a little half spin so it puts the feed on the outside of the container.
like my house, sometimes people dump kittens and stuff off, and they usually, like I said, move on, but they,
We don't have geese any longer, but we got ourselves,
oh my goodness.
looks like a goose egg. Look at the size of that. It's probably a double yoker.
Wow.
It's one of the girls started laying again, so they usually
That's
lay,
a big egg.
usually lay enormous ones when they first start laying again.
Look at that. It's twice the size of the other
Yeah,
ones almost.
they're enormous. Keep putting my head in that. I gotta redo this doorway. Here's your bag, honey.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, got it. And I want to make bags like this to kind of promote farming. It's just a nice thing to do.
Make nice shopping bags. They're heavy duty.
Yep, and then if you have to give something to somebody, you can give them in the bag and just
We got the tomatoes
fun.
coming in the house today. Getting to the end of our season here. I think if we want to make some of that marmalade, we better pick
You mean the green?
Pick a bunch of these green ones this weekend and go get some. We need a can of crushed pineapple and orange jello and mandarin oranges.
Oh, cool, cool, cool.
Because we made some really good orange marmalade.
I want to show the grapevines, even though there's not a lot of grapes on there, so that we can compare, because compared to last year, you know. You want to come with me, dear?
Yeah, let me give this tomato here to the girls. It fell off the vine and starting to rot a little bit.
I feel like this year we've just been kind of maintaining. I think it's just activities that have had to go on. But,
Throw the silkies one after it.
cool.
Still got a lot of green tomatoes, so we should be able to. We only need about 2 cups to make.
I love it.
Our beans are growing up this.
Are there real beans to pick?
Well, they're little tiny beans right now. You see some of them in there. There's no big beans yet. A lot of blossoms up there.
Oh, well, I guess we might have some beans after all this year. Like I said, I felt like we kind of maintained this year.
This corn thing didn't work out, so I'm not going to bother with it next year.
Yeah, the corn.
We found that we can buy the corn cheaper at the auction.
Right.
Corn season.
There's just some things that aren't even worth it for us.
Yeah.
And we're just honest with you guys, because we figured we'd rather tell you than have you grow something.
As far as growing cucumbers, we can buy them cheap. Zucchini, different types of squash is all cheap.
And we're not the only ones.
Tomatoes, you've got to grow tomatoes because they were not cheap this year.
Well, we were talking to some of the Mennonite people, and they do the same thing.
Yep.
You know, they're the ones that said, I don't do all that. I just get it from the store. It's cheaper. And, you know, got to use wisdom. So this is the grapevines this year. I'm talking to Clay about propagating and making maybe a little vineyard. Right?
We picked a lot of these.
We did pick a lot.
There's still a lot of nice little ones left. They're small, but next year we'll...
Well, when do we start the vineyard? This winter? Now? We got to do some study on it. We got to do some research. But I think I'm going to make a little vineyard. So
We'll
this...
probably cut some of these off and plant them.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to... Well, we can even...
You have to watch these nodes.
Okay.
This is these little nodes here underneath the leaves. That's where the roots come out of.
Well, the next sunny day that
So if you clip back here and clip just behind this node here, take the leaves off it, and plant maybe 3 or 4 nodes under the dirt, and let the rest of it grow into a vine.
Well, probably for a nice first sunny day, we better get out here and do some of that propagating stuff.
Well, now the temperature's going to be up in the 70s. We're going to be good for doing things outside. It's not too hot to do anything. It just takes your breath away.
And this one here didn't do nothing.
It's still alive.
Yeah, it's still living, so you never know.
Maybe next year it'll do something.
You never know what the thought is. So
we'll take some of the dead branches off this spring. It did grow, so it's not dead.
So every year is a little different.
We'll know what we want. I've got to take those apricot trees out there. They're dead.
I'd like to plant some more trees of fruits and stuff, but we'll see what goes on. Takes years, but I'm hoping when we retire, everything will be nice for us.
Plum trees grew nice this year, but they didn't put any fruit out.
It's the process, guys.
I was really impressed with these grape tomatoes this year, though, and the cherry tomatoes.
And then what surprised me was the things did better in the back than in the front.
Yeah.
But we talked about it, and we're not going to do any fall planting this year because we've got some inside things we want to work on. So we're going to skip that this year because we really only have like a month, and we have the auction, and there's only 2 of us, and the dehydrating, and we've got to be realistic.
There's some radish seeds coming out.
Oh, cool. Maybe I'll plant some of those.
Gotta let them dry out first. Got a lot of them over here.
Let me go over and see those, what they look like.
These are the pods, and all the seeds are inside the pods.
Cool.
And these are the German giants that weren't supposed to get woody, but they really didn't do anything.
Yeah. Well, we also, too, as we're getting closer to retiring, you know, we're thinking getting out. We're still doing the animals, but not as heavy duty as we have been in the past, you know, and especially Clay, because he's raised about everything.
We sold the guinea hens. We got
Yep.
the 3 babies left.
Well, you had not ostrich, emu, and
Emus.
all kinds of animals.
2 emus.
So, but
Big
like,
Bird and his ugly girlfriend.
but we never know what's going to happen year to year. We just go with the flow. Well, anyway, like, subscribe. We're going to go inside and call it a night. God bless.
Rough day.
Oh, yeah. God bless.